Hi, I'm Tom from Tech Interactive, and today we're going to look at object manipulation in notebook software. We're going to cover some object properties such as clone, resize and rotate, and how to use the built-in handwriting recognition tool. When you draw something on screen in Notebook using this pen on the smartboard, if you just draw a word and put the pen back in the pen tray, you can then select the word with your finger. This is now an object. As you can see, the board around the outside defines the word smart as an object on screen. And if we grab the object, we can move it around screen. We can also resize using the grey circle in the bottom right hand corner. And we can also rotate by using the green circle at the top. In the top right corner of the object, you'll see a drop down box. So if I select that, you'll see at the top, the first tool we've got is recognize. This is the handwriting recognition tool. So if I select the top option, it will convert my writing into text. This is still an object that can be moved around the screen and can be resized as we did before. Going back to the object's properties, at the top we've got an option called clone. So clone is a very simple way of creating a copy of any object with one screen press. So if I select clone, it creates an exact copy of the word smart. Going back to the properties box, we also have a built-in spell checker, you can see there. And below that we have something called locking. So if I have an object selected and go to its properties, I can go to locking and I can actually lock the word, or the lower word smart, in place on the screen. So this object is now completely frozen on the screen and cannot be moved, whereas the one above is still free to move around the screen. It's quite a handy thing because it means if you want to do any drawings or anything around the object, we don't then risk moving the original object on screen. If we want to go back and unlock the object, simply tap the word with your finger, go to the padlock in the top right corner, and then select unlock. If you want to group objects on screen, all we have to do is draw an area with our finger around the objects that we want to select. If we then let go and then grab one of the objects, we can then move it around the screen and it moves them all together. If you want to permanently group those together, go to one of the drop-down boxes, go down to grouping, which is the one below locking, halfway down the menu, and then select group. And that's now created one object on screen. We can always undo that simply by going back to grouping and go to ungroup, and it will ungroup those objects again. Further down the toolbar, at the bottom, we have properties. So if you select an object and go to the properties, this is where we can change the colour and the line style of the objects that we've got. We can also put some animation in there as well, so we can get objects to fade in, fade out, or flip onto the screen. That's the end of today's video. If you'd like to book onto one of our smartboard workshops to find out how to use Notebook to improve teaching and learning, then please contact us.